Franco.
I need your loving, so fresh, so clean. Love me in and out. I'm feeling lean, and I'll be down now. Anytime you call me, I'll be down, because I love and I love.
We are at Toast on Lenox, a popular spot in Atlanta. And I'm about to
You know I run and I run and I run and I run. Fly in the sky tonight. Put me in your arms and your love me light. I'm on your way right now. I'm on your way right now. Yeah. I'm on your vibe now. You got me on your side now. Yeah, I'm on your way right now. That must be the Sky Bridge right there. Connecting South Top to North Top.
Here's the room. TV. Nice little chair. Gotta figure out if there's a microwave because we have food. And here's the bathroom. Ooh, pretty mirror. Big mirror. Interesting how the bathroom is. And your typical shower. That's cool. And then I think this is our closet. Yes. Right. As you walk in. And then a mirror.
No microwave, just a fridge.
I think we...
Now listen, daughter, pay attention, pray and listen, hear your father. These lies they told are so familiar, they will haunt you, they will kill you, keep you hostage, king will heal you. Before him, adore him, he will give you
Alright guys, so my mom and I woke up from a nap and now it is time to go right over there and pick up my registration stuff, which is not a lot. It's just the badge that we've had in the past. So that one girl is walking fast. She is moving. She's like, I'm gonna get my stuff. But that, I love that right there. And then I'm assuming, I think the State Farm Arena is right there, but after getting what I need to get, I'm gonna, with my mom, try to figure out and map out where I need to be. So, I had called downstairs and they were telling me that there's no bridge that connects the Omni to this, to that, to that. And mind you, I researched all of this information and on Google and found it. But it's not a thing. So now I gotta think again, plan again, and gotta figure out how I'm going to get to the State Farm Arena inside without having to go outside. That is my main goal, is to not have to go outside. So we'll see what happens. And also food review, the Toast on Lenox chef's kiss, so good. Everything we had was good. My mom had seafood gumbo. I ended up ordering that to go, and the fried chicken. And Mom, what was your meal? Your entree? Not the seafood gumbo. Shrimp and grits. And she said it tastes good. It tastes like it had some brandy, she said, in there. And I had the strawberry shortcake French toast, which was phenomenal. And then I had like a white glaze icing and crumbs, like shortcake crumbs and strawberries. I didn't touch the strawberries too much because for some reason I noticed with French toast, if there is a lot of blueberries or a lot of strawberries, any type of fruit, I get sick. So I didn't eat. I probably had one strawberry. And then I had a side of chicken sausage, which wasn't bad. I probably wouldn't get that again. And then the roasted potatoes, which were really good too. So overall, I rate everything a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend if you're in Atlanta near, if you're in the like area that I'm in, where the Omni Hotel is, Marietta Street or Way or whatever, near the State Farm Arena. If you're coming like for basketball game, Georgia World Congress Center, World of Coca-Cola, and it's like a big Ferris wheel type thing is around too. And it was from the airport, it was like 15-ish minutes. From the restaurant to the hotel, it was like 20-ish, but also there was some traffic, but not far at all. So I definitely recommend, if you're in the Atlanta area, hit them up and say your girl Ashley sent you. It was so good. All right, main stage entry, State Farm Arena, right here. Ooh, Girl Evolve is that way. State Farm Arena, right near the hotel, and our hotel is probably like, our room's probably like right there. All right, so my coworker told me about this guy's cheesesteak place, Big Dave's Cheesesteaks. And there he is. This is the front. Supposedly, it's supposed to be the best cheesesteaks in Atlanta. So we're gonna find out. So there's the cheesesteak egg roll I got. I'm gonna try. And then I forget what's in there. I think that's the cheesesteak and fries, maybe.
We say good night to you.
Good morning, guys. Here is the OOTD of the day. This is from Old Navy, the sweater. Well, cardigan, jacket, whatever. Top and bottoms are from Amazon. So this is short sleeve. And then the skirt goes all the way down to the floor. And then I did a little bit of makeup. Probably won't do much tomorrow, depending on how today goes. And I just touched up my curls and bracelets, Amazon. And these front earrings are Amazon. So day one ready. And then Steve Madden bag. Can't forget that. All right, so I'm walking through to get to the main entrance, which is where my mom and I looked at yesterday.
The God in you. I believe that the collective anointing that is in this room over the next few days is going to radically blow our minds. I believe that without a shadow of a doubt. And as I was thinking about this thing, freedom, you'll notice that we couldn't just name it freedom. We called it the race to freedom because freedom sounds very fun, it sounds very sexy. But anyone who's ever experienced freedom knows that it came at a cost. Man, I'm thinking even about Harriet Tubman. She discovered there was a pathway to freedom, but she was going to have to become somebody to get to freedom. And you're in this room because you're going to have to become somebody to break that generational curse. You're going to have to become somebody to change that industry. You're going to have to become somebody to start that ministry. But you're in this room because you're ready to pay the price to become whoever God has called you to be, because you recognize freedom is on the other side of it. Freedom from depression, freedom from anxiety, freedom from shame, freedom from any plan that the enemy has ever tried to dictate over your life. That we are preparing for them, because if we don't, we're just going to pass on our calcification to our children. And that's what God's wife did. Jesus said, remember her daughters repeated the pattern, same pattern, different way. So that God can show you who He has called you to be. The threat. I dare you to lift up your hands and sing it to Him tonight. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Good morning, guys. Day 2 outfit is all blue from Amazon. Women Evolve jacket from last year, and it is Women Evolve merch. And barely did any foundation. Didn't want to put a lot on. Touched up the curls, and there's the back of it. But this 2-piece is from Amazon, and then got the dunks. And red purse. Alright guys, so it's 6:53 and I'm standing at this gate. Yes, I'm standing at the gate because that is the closest way that I can get to the entrance for the stage in the arena. So I'm gonna wait and see if it opens at 7 like they said. If not, I'm going to have to walk around, which I'm trying to avoid.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, wearing it round my neck. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my car, wherever I choose to go, it won't take me far. I'm living my life.
Interested in the ends. He's not just interested in the outcomes. God says, I want to know, will you trust me enough to know the difference between what you can do and what I can do? Will you have faith enough to walk toward me in your time of need instead of walking toward them?
Authority, glory,
Jesus. We are wailing. Let the wail out. I need you to wail. I need you to groan. I need the pain that you're sitting on the ground. I gotta get to Woman Evolve so I can hear Sarah preach. And we finally get in the air, and we're almost to Atlanta. I gone to the bathroom on the plane, changed clothes. I was gonna hit the ground running, and the pilot comes on the intercom and says, well, we're gonna be in a 30-minute holding pattern in the air. So I hit my team up and I said, y'all, we're not gonna make it. And shout out to Big West, one of my managers. Y'all don't put us in church jail, but he bootlegged the sermon so I could watch it, because that's how thirsty I am for the word. And I know if you're here today, it's because you're also thirsty for the word. So shout out to Woman Evolve, shout out to that praying woman who was praying like a grandmother on that plane. We made it safely, and I still got the word. But it also goes to show who's on your road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That woman was on my road, and I want you to always be cognizant of the people on your road in your life. Are they praying for you? Are they there for you? Are y'all praying to the same God? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference. But yes, so shout out to Woman Evolve, shout out Pastor Sarah, Pastor Teray for allowing me to be here. Woman Evolve is such an
Come on, let's get this. Let's go.
As long as I'm breathing, I got a reason to
Good morning, guys. Day 3. Merch. Amazon pants, Amazon necklace, Amazon earrings, Amazon bracelets, and me. It says Team Free. She cleared what should have crushed her. And then in the back, it says I am free. You can't see it. And then to make the outfit, let me show you. I had to have this. John 8:36. Woman Evolve. And then the back. There's the outfit. So here I am. Day 3. Walking again outside. Didn't even bother curling my hair because this humidity, and I got this jacket on. My socks are falling off. Jesus help me, Lord. But last day.
I feel like our mission is to our marriage should bring glory to God. Yeah. And everything that we do, God should get the glory. Yes, we're individuals. Yes, we're doing life together. But everything should point to Him because He is the center of our lives. So that is our mission, and we know that mission is possible.
Okay, Barb.
A lot of folks get out there and date, and God just get an invite to the wedding. So for me, if I'm saying that, like, all right, what the Most High got for me is the first thing and the last thing I'm worried about when I meet a woman. If she not talking about what the Most High got going on in her life, then we already have a clear problem. I don't know what working tools she has to assist me on my mission, right? So if I can't even identify what working tools you have, it's not my assignment to figure out. So you already gone. If you do have a mission, and we can talk about what working tools I got and what working tools you got, then we have to figure out if they even go together.
proclamation. God says, if you stay connected to me, I'll send the proclamation out on your behalf. If you stay connected to me, that your identity will make an announcement before you get there. If you stay connected to me, I'll remove the friends on your behalf. If you stay connected to me, I'll open up the doors. If you stay connected to me, I'll release fresh creativity, fresh strategy, fresh innovation. You don't have to be God and do God. All you got to do is stay connected to God. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. All I got to do is stay connected to the Spirit of the Lord, because when I stay connected, He makes sure that liberty is my portion. Whenever I start feeling bound again, I don't have to feel down on myself. I don't have to figure out what did I do, how did I lose it. I just got to get back in the presence of the Lord, because if I get back in the presence of the Lord, I can tap into everything that happened in this life.
Hey peeps, as you can tell, I am back home. Thank you, Jesus. But I will say I had a blessed last, what was it, 3 days? I was in Atlanta for 4, because we went a day early, my mom and I. But the conference was 3 days. And I got my ticket all ready for next year. And my mom also got her ticket. So I'm super excited for next year. And I think tomorrow, when I'm rested and can like dissect a little bit of the 3 days, because it was packed with a whole lot, I'll share like a recap type of thing. But I'm so tired that I'm not even gonna get into all that right now, because I could probably just ramble because of how tired I am right now. But before I go to bed and before I say goodbye, let me show y'all this merch right here, okay? And I'll show you the other stuff tomorrow, because like I said, your girl's tired. So we can go all the way up if we want, or we can stop it right here. And I love these types of jackets. There was actually the Team USA one from the Olympics I want to get. I saw it on Amazon. And there was another type of race car like jacket. I don't know why I like those, but I like them. And I've never got it, but I was determined to get this one. John 8:36. I'll put that on the screen there. That Bible verse, Women Evolve, and then the details. Her photographer, I'll put her at, so you can follow her on Instagram, designed all of the merch for this year. And tuck my hair under so you can like really see. And then there is the back, and then a Woman Evolve logo and everything. So this is definitely a must buy. I was determined to get this when I saw a clip, like a little sneak peek of the merch that she had. All right, but hope you all are great. Hope you all are resting. Rest. That is what Pastor Sarah told us to do when we got home, is to rest. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace. Hey guys, it's Sunday. It is the day after you last saw me, obviously. Church was great. Quick little, I guess, testimony, how God moves, miracle working moment. And I also shared this more on my TikTok, so go watch the longer version. It's 10 minutes, but just want to share it here. The conference I went to, Women Evolve, theme was the race to freedom. And the last day I wrote in my notes different things I want to be free from. And one of them in particular was very strong. All of them are strong, but this one was free to use my own voice and not be afraid to say the things that God has me to say, and also with that being praying. And leading up to like the days of the conference going, you know, we came the night before, So that night, all the way through the conferences, I had dreams of me praying on a big stage and just praying out loud and being more vocal on my walk with Christ. And today at church, my big bro, Elder Corbin, asked me to come up and pray. And I was like, you're joking. Like, in my head, obviously I didn't say this out loud. And I instantly started shaking, and I was like, in my head, Lord, I wrote it down, I said it to you, I prayed it to you. This has been something I wanted to share for a while, so now let me, share it. And so, just being nervous and everything, I just kind of instantly, the nerves, like, they were still there, but as I was praying and stuff, they ended up going away. And I wasn't scared. I was walking into something that I know I have a gift for, and I've been holding back on that gift because I don't know what people were going to say, what people were going to think. My parents were both pastors. I didn't want to be compared to them. I don't want to be compared to them. And my brother's also a minister, so I don't want to be compared to him. So a lot of the things that I wanted to say for a while and pray loudly and share what God is telling me, I've just held it back. And I today released that fear of mine and just stepped into what God is calling me to do. And a purpose of mine is to share the words that he gives to me through me to the other people that are on either the other side of the screen or on the side of the phone listening to me talk, or that are in front of me. And today was a moment that I'll remember forever, and it's just a testament of how quick God moves and how fast he moves and how he answers your prayers and what you say to him. And the reason I think I was like not just in awe, because after I got done praying, I just stared into space. I didn't know what to do, what to say. I just stared into space. And thank God after the fact, it was offering time. So I was able to just kind of like, whew. But the reason I felt so strong in that moment, not just because I wrote it down the day before coming home and then it happening Sunday, is because I've been through my walk with God and everything. I've said things that I've wanted to happen, or I've written things down and they either happen at a different time, obviously in God's timing, and God's timing is everything. Let me just rephrase that. God's timing is everything. But also I've seen things that I've either written down or wanted to happen that haven't happened. So just this for me, it's like God heard me and answered that quickly. And also one of the classes, one of the sessions was freedom for God to hear you and God to know your voice and hear your voice. And just that quick, God heard me and God hears my voice. He knows my voice. So it was just such a powerful moment. But like I said, go to my TikTok and watch the full video of that moment for me and me sharing that moment with you all. But I wanted to wrap up this conference vlog and kind of recap everything, and then also show you the merch that I got. So first I have on this Keep It Positive Sweet. This is Crystal Renee Haslett, her merch, and this is the back of it. I wore this to church today, and I was gonna get her necklace. It had the initials of her podcast, but I didn't because I already spent a lot of money already. And then I wanted her tank top. I saw she had it on, and I think it was her Instagram. I saw it and I was like, oh, I gotta have that. So got that, and then it came with this cute little card, and she actually did a live podcast recording. They did a couple live podcast recordings there, I think about 4, and she was one of them with Lavita, Terry J. Vaughn from the Steve Harvey Show. And then now she has Mrs. Governor on Netflix. Go check it out. I actually added that to my watch list because I saw that it was out, but I just hadn't watched it. Because one thing about me and TV shows is I will start watching a show and not finish it and go on to another show because I see it and I want to see it, and I start watching that, and then I'm into 3 different shows and don't ever finish them. So I want to finish the shows that I'm on now and then watch that one. So yeah, but it was awesome. And it said, "Dear sweetie, thank you for your continued support. It truly means the world to me. I hope this community inspires you to love more deeply, heal so you have the courage to forgive, and move forward and grow to greater heights. Let's keep spreading positivity to the ends of the earth. I love you all. Keep it positive, sweetie. Crystal Renee." Love her. And this shirt I was wearing yesterday, the last day of the conference, and coming home. But obviously I have to do laundry, so I wanted to keep this out of the hamper so I could show you. And this is what it looks like. On the back it says, "Women Evolve, I am she, and I am she, I am that girl." And then the front says, "Team Free, she cleared what should have crushed her." And that was actually on one of the, what is it called, like photo op type things. And then you saw the jacket last night, and then this is the jacket to the tracksuit. I did not get the pants because they didn't have my size, I believe, and then I wasn't gonna go back and spend any more money, like I said. And they were saying that they run small, so I would have had to get a size that was obviously bigger than the size that I already am. And I didn't want to get it because also I'm getting into my fitness journey, and I didn't want to get something that was gonna be super, super big and then end up being baggy on me. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna get it. If it's on the website to buy at a later time, I'll get it, but I'm satisfied with just getting the jacket. And I love it. And the back says, "Freedom is my finish line." So this is cute, and I will put that away later. But okay, to unpack real fast so I can finish this up. The State Farm Arena, I was nervous because I was used to the Globe Life Field in Dallas, Arlington, Texas area, because it was there the past 2 years prior, which was my first 2 years, my first year, 2023, last year, 2024. Didn't know what to expect, but thank God for, shout out to Robert, the PMT, and is it PMT or DMT? I forget what he said, but he's the head usher of ushers at the Powder's House, Dallas. And he was such a blessing. Talked to my mom and I. If you're listening, shout out to you, Robert, because you gave an insight on, kind of where to sit to get the best view, even though everywhere was the best view. But obviously with basketball arenas, the center, why did I just do that? The center seats are always like a good seat to sit, so I had a perfect seat every single time. And I literally sat in the same seat every single night without realizing it until the last night. I was like, this is the same seat I've been sitting in. And it was a great section. I was on a great row, great area. Such a blessing. So when my mom and I got there, we had brunch at Toast on Lenox, and then I got Big Dave's cheese sticks for my dinner. Both, if you're in Atlanta or you're going to Atlanta, try those two places. Best ever. And then I woke up every morning at 6 and made it out of the room by like 6:45. The first day I made it out by 7 and was the first person in line at the gate 1. So they had different entries for the gate. And then the other days, I kind of just got out a little earlier because the gates were closed, so obviously everybody had to go to different areas, so that's what happened. And I went to the Georgia World Congress Center where the expo was. That was nice. Got my fan. Let me show y'all. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Got this beautiful fan, and it felt good. We did boots on the ground. We did a lot of dancing. Kayla Wanakee is the hostess of the mostest, the best host. Praise and worship was amazing. And yeah, I like, the thing I would recap because I would probably be all day trying to recap every single day in session. It's another thing if you had to be there to experience it. It was amazing. The people that I met and got in contact with, hey buddy, was awesome, and their stories, and just you could feel the presence of God throughout everything. All right, buddy, go out there and do that. And you keep coming back. Sit. Thank you. Stay. But yeah, it was amazing. Christine Kane was off the charts. And that was my first time hearing her speak live and everything. Like, I came across a couple of her things because of Sadie Robertson, which I love Sadie Robertson. But I never heard her live, and she was powerful. She was amazing. And T. Renee Glenn, prayer warrior, tore us all up. And just everybody that had a part in the sessions and were speaking, and the financial people, everybody was just phenomenal. It was amazing. If you've never experienced Women of All Conference, I urge you to go to the conference link, and I'll put it in the description below, and get a ticket. Even if it's the friendship level ticket or overflow ticket, whatever ticket is left, get it, because you want to be in the room and experience this amazing conference and life-changing, transformative experience. And I'm blessed to be able to go again. And also my mom is going to go with me again next year. This year she didn't end up going to the conference because we weren't sure of how things would be with my father and his health things going on, but she still came with me, which was still a blessing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content that I was able to capture, and just be on the lookout for just more content that I have. I'm not really sure how much I'll be posting. I don't want to give you a time frame of 1 day, this day, 2 days, or what. I will post whenever I post. And yeah, I thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't, if you got this far, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below and that bell to turn on the post notifications, so every time I post a video, you'll be notified. And I can't wait to see you guys again next time. Peace.